Hello. How's it going there? Remember this super fast bamboo farm we built in the last episode? Well, I have plans to build 7 huge farms on top of it. And to manage that, we're going to need an amazing fast storage room and an awesome looking building for this thing to go in. So I think that's what we're going to get on with today. Now, in just a short amount of time, I don't know how long it had been, an hour or two or something like that, we've gotten all of this wood. And I could think of something really nice to use all this wood for, and that's this big empty room that could really use a lot of chests, because we are going to be building a huge farm here over the course of time. Actually, we're going to be building a lot of farms here. There's going to be a total of about, including this one right here, about 8 of them, I believe, or something around there. Hopefully it doesn't lag out the world too much. But at this bottom level is going to be an amazing, crazy storage system that I want to look really cool and be extremely functional. It's going to have water, moving items around, going through item sorters, and just all sorts of neat stuff. There's going to be an area for all of the extra stuff to go through composters. It's just going to be great. But all we have right now is just a big shell. We don't really have anything else here, including these windows. I'm less and less in love with them the more I see them. So I think it's time for me to do first a little bit of decorating and seeing of where windows and things like that are going to go. And I'm probably going to do that on live stream. And then after that, I think we're going to come in here together and we're going to build this awesome storage system. And I don't even want to know how much bamboo we're going to get in that amount of time, because this thing has not been running very long and there is a ton of bamboo in here already. So we need to work quick. And my stream is complete and I have done absolutely nothing. That's because we've designed this building in creative mode. Go back and catch the stream if you haven't already. It is available on the channel in the live section for you to see. But I have a plan for this place inside and out, and it is ridiculous. So what am I going to do? I'm going to stream again so we can start to put some of it together. I want to get the exterior configured. I'm not going to do all the special bits because we're going to kind of do that as we go. And I'm going to just lay out the floor plan in here so we can start talking about item filters. And we are done placing chests. A whole lot of chests. So we're gonna throw the extras in here. This is where I've been keeping them for now, because we're gonna need a whole bunch more chests just to make a whole lot of hoppers for this. But this is the layout of the storage room. And actually, I want to show you guys exactly what I have in store here. Get it? In store for the storage room. Because this is quite a lot of space here. It really is. And the reason why I've actually put these little middle parts in here is important for how we're doing the item sorting system, and specifically how we're moving the items around, which we'll probably cover the moving of items in the next episode. I think this episode is just really strictly going to go around the item sorter, which is we're going to be pushing stuff around with water, and water only flows but so far. So if I had solid chests all the way through, I wouldn't be able to properly flow the water, and instead I'd have to move items with hoppers, which is a lot laggier and not quite as fun as what I have in store for our storage area here. So we just put these breaks every so often. That way we could easily keep moving items, and it'll probably aesthetically just look a lot better too. I imagine allow me to do a little bit more decoration around the chest and make it look really cool. So in any event, in these different areas, we're going to have over on both of these sides, the whole sides, we're going to have bamboo. All of these chests will be bamboo. It's quite a lot, I know, but the bamboo farm is probably the fastest of all of them. And the one that will probably want to keep the most stuff around, because you saw how convenient it was for me to have a crap load of bamboo to make a full inventory worth of logs and just make all these chests. Normally I'd have had to farm hours for that. So this was very convenient. One side over here, doesn't really matter what side, we'll have cactus. And on the other side, we will have sugarcane. Now in another segment here, we're going to divide this one up a little bit differently, actually. I think what we'll do is we'll have wheat And these two sets of chests here will be wheat seeds. And these two sets of chests here will be beetroot seeds. And on this side right here, we will have beetroot. Over here, I think we'll do potatoes again. And then like one of these will be rotten potatoes. We'll have potatoes, a row of rotten potatoes or poisonous potatoes. Cause yes, poisonous potatoes are 100% worth saving. You'll never convince me otherwise. And carrots can go in this middle one right here. Maybe we'll swap this. Maybe we'll give carrots a 5. And then we'll give potatoes a 4, and then a 1 for the poison potatoes. And then lastly, but certainly not least, we will have two sides here. One side will be all pumpkins. One side will be all melons, because those are great for trading. And not that I ever know that we will trade them, but we will have them here to trade if we want to, and farming items is fun. Now with this all done, my next plan is actually to stream again. Been doing a lot of streaming lately because I need to get enough things together to actually do the item sorters for all of these areas. It's going to mean for me a whole lot of comparators, repeaters, redstone dust, torches, a lot of things that I don't have a lot of. So I'm going to go farm those. And then I'll meet you on the other side to actually show you the creation of an item filter that is going to change your Minecraft storage life, unless you already know how to make one, in which case this will just be a refresher. All right, so I've done a lot of farming on stream, and honestly, to do the whole room here, there's probably still a little bit to go, but we're fairly close. And I don't need to do everything right now anyways. And what I would like to spend some time doing with you right now is actually showing you how to make an item filter and explaining to you specifically how the item filter actually works. Let's start from this end for now, I think is good. And what we're going to need to do first is we're going to need to get some hoppers set up. I brought some wool over here. It's probably not the best block to do any sort of pillaring with, because now this is going to take forever. Bruh. Here we got some scaffolding we can use instead for that. And the reason I put that up there is we're just going to do one slice first. I want you to just kind of like see and understand exactly how a single slice of this farm works. We're going to face a hopper forward above the chest. And then for however many chests you have, you can have as many as you want. You will want to face hoppers into those. You see all my hoppers are facing inward. Now at the hopper that's even with your top chest, you're going to want to go ahead and place a full block there. I like to use wool because wool is a little bit hard to break with like a tool by accident, so you don't have to worry as much about accidentally breaking any of your farm. I'm going to put a temporary block right here and the piece of wool right here, full solid block. We're going to put a piece of glass right beside that, and it's thunderstorming. Let me clear that out. And then we're going to put a temporary block below that, and then a solid block right there, a temporary block right here, and a solid block right there. So now this is what you should be looking at coming out the back of your hoppers. Again, with that one, even with the top chest right there. Okay. Nope. Now, in most circumstances, except for like the literal way I'm building this farm here, in most circumstances, your items are going to be moving across a hopper line going in the direction of all of your chests. So if I were to just kind of like simulate that really quick, that would basically mean that I have hoppers running across like this, and then the items are flowing this way. Okay, and I'm going to leave this here for now. This will probably be how we actually set it up today. So we're going to have hoppers going across. And as far as our redstone, first thing we need is a comparator. This comparator is very simply just going to read items that are inside of this hopper. Okay, it's going to send a redstone signal to this block. It powers this block and it will send a signal to this. Okay, so I'm gonna put a piece of redstone dust right here to get that redstone signal. And I want to do something every time the redstone signal gets to 3 strength. This would be 1 strength, 2 strength, and 3 strength. What I wanted to do is take this torch that I have turned on right here. I wanted to turn that torch off. If this block right here gets power, this torch right here actually turns off. Right now, this torch is on, and I would put a repeater right there. You see, this repeater is turned on by the torch. Torch has power sent it to the repeater. This repeater being on actually powers this block right here. This block being powered locks this hopper. That's why it's glowing red with my texture pack here. And whenever a hopper is powered, it will not take in items. You see, I can put that stack of diamonds in there and they are leaking through because of how many I have in there, but it will stop at like 47 or 45 area, 45. It locked it again. We're going to use that mechanic actually to make it to where only items that go through here of a certain type will actually pass through. For that, we need some bamboo, because bamboo is the item that we're going to have go through here. So let's just grab a stack of bamboo, and we're going to need to add in a filter item. A filter item is simply going to be something that we're not collecting with our farm right here, that we don't have to worry about going through these hoppers and breaking the farm. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the best filter item in the game. And this filter item actually makes your item sorter work 176% faster. Wow. I promise. You need to take diamonds and rename them to sub to prowl and then put them in your hopper just like this. These are your sub to prowl diamonds. Now you can use any item here you want. I could put iron blocks here. I could put probably not something that could accidentally fall in like redstone torches or redstone dust because it could break the farm, but like scaffolding, like whatever. I could put any item there I want to, but sub to prowl diamonds are the best thing to use. And then we're going to put 41 of whatever item we want to go into this chest. Now watch what happens whenever I take a bunch of that item, and I put it in the hopper right here. It filters down into here and it gets sucked out. Now, I need to put in more so I can show you exactly what's going on. Let me grab a few stacks because this is important, okay, for how this whole thing works. 41 is in there right now. That is enough to generate a redstone signal of 2 through this comparator. 1, 2. These 2 are lit up. What happens is when that 42nd item goes in here, this redstone torch turns off because this block gets power. When that redstone torch turns off, this repeater turns off, which unlocks this hopper. And hoppers always pull out of the first slot. So whenever I dump these items in here, like so, what's happening is you now have 42 items in here. All of this is unlocked. And as these move across into here, they get sucked down into here because this is allowing items to come down because the whole thing is unlocked. But let's say I put something else in here. Let's say I put redstone dust. Redstone dust can't go in here. It doesn't have a slot. So instead of going in there, it simply, if I can I reach? It simply goes all the way down to the end or into the next item filter to see if it has a spot. So what we have to do is we have to start chaining this together. And I'm going to show you something else that's kind of important as well, because there's a way, if I can stop damaging myself here, there's a way that you can end up doing this that will actually break your item sorter. And it has to do with this slot right here and not putting too many items in there. But first, there's something else I want to do. Okay, now that we have a fancier looking outside of our building, it's going to continue upwards as we build this big structure up. Let's go back in here to finish up our area. And building this thing at large scale is actually incredibly easy to do. First, we need to get all of our hoppers in. Okay, now that we have our hopper line going all the way around, we have all the hoppers in the back. Now what we can do is we can extend out our areas for the wool here. And the glass. Knock out these little gaps that I don't need. Place down our repeaters, torches, comparators, and finally redstone dust. Now we can go through, put in our sub to prowl diamonds in every single one of these, put in a piece of bamboo to lock in that slot for what we're going to be sorting. And with this side all done, I'm going to go take care of the other side real quick.
2 hours later.
Okay, last thing. Let's rerun the water over to the new drop off location. I'm gonna block this off so they're not like bombarding me with bamboo. This is going to be temporary because eventually I'm gonna move everything around with water streams, but we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna wait until I can fill in more of these areas before we do that. All right, perfect. I think we're all good to go now. So let's rip this out. And there we go. We got item flow going across a bunch of hoppers. We'll make this pretty in the next episode. And as we take a look, oh yeah, there it goes. It is all dropping in already. If you enjoyed today's episode, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Let me know, what are you using your bamboo for in 1.20? I got an old storage system right there to rip down and some bamboo to craft into some wood. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I'll see you guys in the next one.